This is Jessica Dunn, and we're going to discuss the DuPont system of analysis. The DuPont system of analysis is really useful because it allows you to decompose return on equity and to focus on the different inputs that affect financial performance to identify your strengths and weaknesses. So with the DuPont system of analysis, we focus on expense control, asset utilization, and debt utilization. So we combine these factors to calculate return on equity. So the DuPont system says that return on equity is equal to your profit margin, net profit margin, multiplied by total asset turnover, multiplied by an equity multiplier. And so this tells you how these different components of a company are working together to produce return on equity. And it helps you to identify, strengths and weaknesses to look at your efficiency compared to different firms. And we can see how this works. So when we look at net profit margin, that's net income divided by sales. Total asset turnover is sales divided by total assets. So here you're multiplying and dividing by sales. So they cancel each other out. The equity multiplier is total assets divided by common stock equity, which cancels that out. And we're left with net income divided by common stock equity. And so here's an example of how that works. So if we were to look at our net profit margin, multiply it by our total asset turnover, and multiply it by an equity multiplier, we would get return on equity. So we can look at how that changes year over year. So we see that from 2019 to 2020, our profit margin declined substantially. Our total asset turnover also declined, and our equity multiplier increased. In 2021, our profit margin increased. Total asset turnover remained the same, and our equity multiplier fell dramatically. So we can make comparisons to that to the industry and identify places where we need improvement or places that we are working really well and doing a fantastic job.